Hi. What is your favorite way to avoid problems? This is what this video is about. The two main strategies people have to avoid facing their problem. What are the disadvantages and what can you do about it? My name is Lara Briozzo. I work as a coach, as a therapist, and as a meditation teacher. Imagine two imaginary characters. They both have problems. The first one has few problems in few areas of his life, but they're not easy to solve. He doesn't really know what to do about it, and so he just pretends everything is okay and hoping that's gonna turn everything okay on his own. The second character, it's mainly worried with one area of his life, one problem in one area of his life. Somehow this triggers him, makes him really insecure and confused, and he cannot stop talking about it and almost complaining about it, but in a kind of not managing to take action, not managing to go and get help. These are two really common strategies. They look really different, but they obtain the same result. So either the person having problems and pretending they're not there, and the person having maybe even less problem, maybe just one problem, and focusing all his attention on it, but in a passive, negative way, in a way. Talking about it, but not talking about how to solve it or doing something about solving it, but suffering. They're both really suffering. In the first case, the pain is a bit less obvious. In the second case, there is especially a lot of pain visible, but still no solution. And this is to say that they are both really understandable. I think I recognize I've been in both places at some time in my life. And I'm doing this video because I recently was made attempt from a friend via her feedback that I was also falling in one of these traps. And I thought it could be useful for more people to reflect, how do we avoid problems somehow? And what can we do about that? So my suggestion, what I have done and what I suggest, what I hope it can be useful for you, is to use the wheel of life. And for each of the 8 areas of your life depicted in the wheel of life, you can write down, do I have a problem here or not? Do I have a situation that is worrying me or not? Or it's, it will happen. There will be a lot of areas where you say, no, I'm okay. I have, there's nothing problematic here. There's nothing that keeps me awake. There's nothing that that I need not to think about. When you do it in the wheel of life, if you sit down and you read all the areas of your life, it's going to be much easier to look reality in the face and be honest if there is actually something going on for you in that area. And that's going to help you to avoid the first sort of mistake, pretending there's nothing going on there. So the person that tends to pretend everything is okay, even if it's not completely okay, working with the wheel of life will get a reality check, an impression of, well, these and these go really well, but these two, not really. And being able also to look, this is what's problematic for me, this is how I feel, and I don't want to feel like that, that's how I want to feel instead. And that's just realizing that's going to be enormous, really powerful, because then you can look at, do I need help? Can I do something on my own? Do I need to talk to someone about this? You can see what do you need, what's the next step. For the person, for the strategy of focusing a lot on one problem and maybe even losing perspective of the other areas of your life, working with the wheel of life can help you put you in perspective of realizing that the problem you're so much suffering about is actually big and important and painful, and you really need some help to cope with that. What you could also experience working with the Wheel of Life and writing for each areas, how is it going there? If I have problem here, or is this somewhere where actually I'm really satisfied? You may end up with a situation where you have 7 areas where it's going really well and 1 area where you have a problem. Without wanting to minimize the problem and the pain you experience about that problem, it can give you a lot of support, a lot of comfort, realizing how much is going so well. And that can give you also enough strength to come up with a good next step for you, how to solve the one area where there is a problem. So to get unstuck from either of these 2 strategies, I really invite you to do this short exercise with the Wheel of Life. Look at how it is going in each area, and specifically looking at, do I have a problem here that needs solving? Is there something worrying me in this area, or it is from good enough to good? Or maybe it's not that good, but I don't need to worry immediately about that. So just look if there is some problem that need attention. And as usual, don't believe any word I say, just try it and then try it again and see if it works for you, if it resonates, and if it does, come back for more.